I don't, again, agree with him. His conclusion, I call him, how should I call him, techno-Trumpian. You didn't have an interview with him. Curtis Yarvin. Oh, my God. You know what I like about him? His thesis is that, A, democracy doesn't work, that we effectively live in an oligarchy. Oligarchy combined of deep state apparatus and what he calls, Yarvin, the cathedral, the public media, TV, universities, this, let's call it in Marxist term, vast intellectual superstructure. So that he goes to the end in a totally crazy way. He says, hey, we don't live in a democracy, but B, maybe it's even better that we don't live in a democracy, because democracy in our conditions of today's complex society necessarily ends up in confusion and tyranny. I tend to not quite agree with this line, but his description of our situation today, that, let's face it, key decisions are not really even democratically debated. We live in an oligarchy which controls the media. I think that not many leftists are ready to say this. If they say this, then they supplement it with a utopian perspective. Yes, but people will awaken, and yes, people awaken, but when people awaken today, they usually awaken in an even worse populist way. What happened in England a month or when ago, those big demonstrations, hundreds of thousands, even millions, with this pure patriotic idea. England should awaken to its Britishness, British should be back, and so on and so on. I am not ready to dismiss this as simply a neo-fascist tendency or whatever. In times like today, times of confusion, people have the right to worry about who are we, where are we moving, what is the common model we share.